Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Some basic. Yes. Yes, what is software? Just introduction explains. System software, next application software. What is system software? What is application software discussed? Yes, C language comes under application software. So, started application software is a front end, back end. So, front end is to interact with users, reading data from the users. Back end is to store data into database. So, back end is a storing data. Next, C language comes on the front end. In front end, there are languages and yes, our topic language. C comes from language. Let us start languages. Languages. So language. So let us start with language. What is language? C is a language, right? C language. Yes, languages. Generally, what is language? Language means just it's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between two things. Language just is a media of communication between two living things. Yes, maybe two persons or two animals, two trees, like something like this. Just it's a media of communication. Yes, come to software. In software here, yes, system understanding some language like zeros ones format. This is called as binary code. This is binary code. Zeros ones format. Binary code. It's a computer understandable language. Okay, computer understandable language. Zeros ones format. Next, one more thing. We are understanding different language. This is computer understandable language. Next, we are understanding different language. So like C programs. For example, let us take C program. C program. Suppose let us take some C program. C program, right? Like English language. C program like English language. Next, Java program or HTML, Python, all the programs like English language. So English language very easy to understand, user understandable, right? User understandable. Okay. So compared to understanding some language, we are understanding different language. So there are two types of language, two categories. First one, yes, system understandable language called as low level. Yes, low level languages, low level languages, low level languages. Second one, yes, high level. Second one, high level. Low level and high level language. Low level and high level language. Low level. So what is low level language? Low level language, yes, it's a system, yes, understandable. System understandable. System understandable language. Low level, it's a system understandable. It's a system understandable. It's a system understandable language. It's a system understandable language. Low level, it's a system understandable language. Yes, it's a low level, it's a system understandable language. System is computer. Computer understandable language. Here this is in the form of binary code. In the form of binary code. It is in the form of binary code. Okay. Low level language. It's a system understandable language in the form of binary code. Binary code like a zeros ones format. It's a binary code. It's a system understandable language. Binary code in the form of binary code. System understandable low level languages. System understandable language. It is in the form of binary code zeros ones format. Zeros ones format. Okay, fine. Next, here this language called as machine language. This is called as machine language. It's a machine language. This is called as machine language. It's a machine language. In the form of binary code called as machine language. Called as machine language. Okay, fine. Next, high level languages. These are user understandable language. These are user understandable. These are user understandable. Understandable. These are user understandable languages. Understandable languages. Okay, these are user high level languages. High level languages. These are user understandable languages. Low level languages, system understandable languages in the form of binary code zeros and ones here. Yes, it's a machine language called as machine language. Okay, next high level languages. These are user understandable languages like English language. Very easy to understand, like English language. Okay, suppose screen blinking. Let me check network. So network is okay, fine. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you see my screen clearly, others? Yes, Uday is saying that the screen is blinking. Revant and Somanath. Can you see my screen very clearly? Hello. Yeah, Revant. It's very clear, la? Clear, okay. Not connected to Wi-Fi. Now it's clear, okay. Fine. Yes, maybe network issue from your side. It's clear now. Okay. Fine. Yes, generally, if you connect it to mobile data, maybe chance of screen visibility is less visibility. So go for Wi-Fi in your home. Okay. Yes. So low level language and high level language. High level. These are user understandable languages. These are like English language. Okay, like C program, Java program, Python, all the programs looks like English language. Those are user understandable language. They're called as high level language. Okay. Yes. Next year, one more. Yes, one more concept in language here. Generation of language. Generation. Yes, generation of languages. Generation of languages. Yes, there are generation of languages. Generation of language. Generation of language. There are four generations. First GL, next second GL, next third GL, and fourth GL. There are four generations here. Four GL. Okay. First generation, second generation, a third GL, and fourth GL. There are four generations here. First generation. Yes, it's a machine language. First generation machine language. This is in the form binary code. It's a binary code. Like zeros ones format. Binary code. Machine language. It's a binary code. Machine language binary codes. Second GL. Second generation. Yes, it's a assembly language. Second generation. Yes, assembly language. Right? Assembly language. Okay. See here, machine language, assembly language are very old languages. Their computer internally using these two languages. First and second generation is a low level language. These are low level language, computer understandable language. So these are not required for us. These are not required for us. Not required. So these are computed internally using these two languages, not required for us. Yes, our focus is high level languages. High level languages like C, C++, Java, HTML, all are comes on the high level language. Looks like English language, high level languages. C program, Java program, HTML, all that looks like a high level language. High level language. All the English language, high level. Okay. A generation of language. There are 4 generations here. First GL machine language in the form of binary code. Second GL assembly language. Okay, right? Next third GL, third GL, third GL. Yes, their procedure. Yes, procedure oriented, procedure oriented languages. Procedure oriented languages. Okay, procedure oriented languages. Okay, like COBOL, yes, Pascal, Basic, Fortran. Yes. They're very old languages. Procedure oriented, very old languages. Procedure oriented language like COBOL, Pascal, Basic, Fortran. Okay, very old language. Okay, yes, almost outdated. No one using here. What is procedure? I'll explain. Wait. What is procedure? We'll discuss. In 4th generation, yes, they say functional. Yes, oriented, functional oriented languages. Functional oriented language in 4th generation. Functional oriented languages. Next, second one, yes, objects. Objects oriented. Objects oriented. Object oriented. Programming language means hoops language. Programming languages. Object oriented program language. Okay. Functional oriented languages. Object oriented programming language means hoops languages. Okay. Yes. Right. Next third one. Yes. Object based. Object based. Yes. Object based languages. Okay. Object oriented and object based. They are the 4th generation. C language comes under functional oriented language. Functional oriented language. See, 3rd generation outdated, no one using here. C is a functional oriented language. What is function? Function is a set of statements. Suppose some x, open bracket, close bracket. Starting, yes, starting brace, ending brace. Yes, this first statement. Yes, next statement. Next statement. So next statement. Okay. Next statement, there are some statements. This is called as function. This is called as function. Okay. So function, just a set of statements to perform some task. In C language, everything is function. In C language, everything is function. Every task by the function. Every task by the function. So that's the reason called the functional oriented language. In C language, every task by the function. Okay. In C language, every task by the function. In C language, every task by the function. So that's the reason called as a functional oriented language. It's a functional oriented. Okay. C is a functional oriented. Suppose objects. Suppose task is handling by the object called as object oriented. Suppose C++, Java, those are object oriented. Yes, that is not required for us. May not be understanding here. Yes, C is a functional oriented language. Simply C is a functional oriented language. Okay, right? Yes. Now let us start C language. Let us start C language. Okay. Yes. What is C language? Yes. What is a C language? What is a C language? What's question is what is a C language? What is C language? How to answer this? Simple answer. C is a functional oriented language. C is a functional. C is a functional. C is a yes functional oriented language. Simple answer is C is a functional oriented language. Reason here in C language every task by the function. What is C language? Simple answer. It's a functional oriented language. C is a functional oriented language. Reason every task by the function. So for example, here some C program. So this is already opened. C program. Suppose this C program. See, there are the functions. Suppose this is one function. Menu function, append function, all the functions. Display function. Next search function. It's very big. Some project code. This is modify function. Yes, del function. Okay. Yes, next. Yes, all the functions, right? Yes, in this project, all the functions are there. Everything is function. Yes, search function, display function. Yes, next append function. Yes, next menu function. Next main function. All the functions here. It contains all the functions. It contains all the functions. Okay. In C program, everything is function. In C program, everything is function. In C language, everything is function. Okay. In C language, everything is function. That's the reason called as functional oriented language. C is a functional oriented language. What is C language? Simple answer. C is a functional oriented language. Okay. Fine. Now let us start. Yes, history of C language. First, we'll start with history. One second. Let me open document. This is document. Document, all the basics are there. Yes, I'll share this document. Today at 11, at 10 o'clock, I'll share it. This document. Okay. Yes, interpreter compile will discuss. Wait. After finishing first program, I'll explain about interpreter and compiler, the differences. Interpreter and compiler differences. After finishing first program, we'll discuss. Okay. See, introduction to C language. C language is a functional oriented language. Reason every task with a function. Yes. Let us see history of C language. What is history of C language? History of C language. See, before developing C language, first initially there is a machine language and assembly language. Machine language and assembly language. Machine language is not easy to understand. Assembly language is not easy, very difficult. Very difficult to understand those things here. Just to overcome that disadvantage here, to overcome that here. Yes, in 1960, some international committee was formed. In 1960, yes, some international committee. Yes, international committee. Yes, committee was formed. Committee was formed here. Then developed a language called Algol 60. First step is Algol 60. First step is Algol 60. Algol 60. Algol 60. Algol 60 stands for Algorithmic Language 1960. Okay. Yes, before 1960 here. Before 1960. Okay. See history of C language. History of C language. So what is history here? History. Yes, before C language. Yes, we have initially machine language and assembly language, right? See the generations. Yes. See this. Before this generation of language. First generation, second generation. So initially machine language, assembly language. First initially there is a machine language and assembly language. Machine language and assembly language. Okay. Yes. So before that we have the machine language and assembly language. It's not easy. Machine language, assembly language. Yes, to overcome that here. In 1960, some international committee was formed. 1 second. This guy has to resign. Yes, Danish. Yes, regionalization. Regionalization. Just region. I think now is okay, fine. Is okay. Yes. Yes. History of C language. What is history here? Yes, here before 1960, here before 1960, we have the machine language, assembly language. Those are not easy to understand. To overcome the disadvantage here, in 1960, some international committee was formed and developed a language called Algol 60. First step in development of C language, Algol 60. Algol 60, right? Get this Algol 60. So this is first step, 1960. First step is 1960. 1960, Algol 60. So first one is Algol 60. Algol 60 in the year 1960 by the international committee. This is first step. Okay, of Algol 60 here. Next, CPL, combined program language. Here this is near 1973. Sorry, 1963. 1963. Yes, see this. Algol 60, initially Algol 60 developed. Later, Cambridge University has taken this Algol 60, modified and developed another language, CPL. Here this is from the Cambridge University. Yes, Cambridge. This is, yes, Cambridge University, from the Cambridge University here, University. Cambridge University. This
Hello.
is from, okay. Tell me, Danish.
Sir, I joined now only, sir.
Then what can I do? History of C language.
Sir,
Just tell me.
sir, your screen is stuck, sir. Can I rejoin, sir?
Just rejoin. Okay, rejoin again.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Yes, Algol 60. Yes, Algol 60. Yes, first step is Algol 6. Next is CPL, combined programming language. In the year 1963, is from the Cambridge University, right? Yes, next step is BCPL. Next step is BCPL. So next step is BCPL. This is in the year 1967. Yes, BCPL. Yes, see this. Yes, CPL developed, right? Second step CPL at Cambridge University. See, at Cambridge University, Martin Richards taken CPL programming language, is modified and developed one more language called BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language. This is by the Martin Richards. This is by the Martin Richards. BCPL 1967 by the Martin Richards. 1967 Martin Richards. So BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language, 1967 by the Martin Richards. Right, okay. Yes, after that, next. Yes, this BCPL taken by the Ken Thompson and developed next language, B language. B language in year, this is in year 1970. Yes, this is by the Ken Thompson. Okay, Ken Thompson. Yeah, this is by the Ken Thompson. Okay, so first type is Algol 60. Next is CPL. Next is BCPL. Next is B language. Like this here, different yes versions here. First Algol 60. First step is Algol 60. Next step is CPL. So initially, international committee has developed Algol 60. That Algol 60 taken by the Cambridge University, modified and released with name CPL. That CPL taken by the Martin Richards, modified and released as BCPL in the year 1967. Same that BCPL taken by the Ken Thompson here and released as B language, yes, in the year 1970. Right. Finally here, yes, Dennis Ritchie. Finally, Dennis Ritchie has taken best features of BCPL and B language. Dennis Ritchie has combined these two languages and developed new language called C language. This first happened in the year 1972. Yeah, this is by the Dennis Ritchie. Okay. 1972 by Dennis Ritchie. Okay, so first initially Algol 60, 1960, CPL 1963, BCPL 1967, B language 1970, C language 1972. Finally here C language by the Dennis Ritchie. Okay, Dennis Ritchie is a developer of C language. Finally, C language in the year 1972 by the Dennis Ritchie. Okay, right? Yes. Next here, initially, yes, C language compiler, C language, yes, C compiler, yes, C compiler is a DOS based compiler, DOS OS, disk operating system. DOS OS based compiler is initially here. Okay, so initially C compiler is a DOS based compiler. DOS, yes, command prompt. This is DOS. Black like this ways. DOS based. See, initially DOS based compiler here. Initially C compiler is a DOS based compiler. It's a DOS based compiler. Initially C compiler is a DOS based compiler. DOS based compiler. Okay. Now this DOS based compiler has taken over by the Turbo. Turbo is the name of the company. This DOS based compiler taken by Turbo. Turbo, right? Company name is Turbo. And released as yes, DOS based compiler. See this DOS based compiler. DOS based compiler. Yes. Taken over. Taken over. Taken over by Turbo. Taken over by Turbo here. Unreleased. Unreleased. Released as Turbo C. Turbo C. Released as Turbo C. Released as Turbo C. That DOS based compiler taken over by Turbo and released as Turbo C. Okay, same Turbo C modified on Windows OS also. Same Turbo C modified to Windows OS also. So Turbo C is a DOS and Windows based compiler. This is that's it. DOS and Windows. Turbo C is a DOS and Windows based compiler. Turbo C is a DOS and Windows based compiler. That's it here. Next, same compiler. Yes, same compiler. The same compiler. Okay, same compiler. Yes, modified. Same compiler modified to Unix base. Modified to Unix base. Then Unix based compiler. Okay, same compiler, just same compiler modified. Yes, modified to Unix based compiler here. Unix based here actually. Okay, that Unix based compiler, yes, submitted to ANSI. Yes, what is ANSI here? ANSI stands for American National Standard Institute. American National Standard Institute, like a ISI in India. Okay. See, Unix based compiler. Submitted to ANSI. Unix based compiler submitted to ANSI. So what is ANSI here? ANSI means American National Standard Institute. American National Standard Institute. American National Standard Institute here, right? Yes. Unix based compiler submitted to ANSI. Okay. Yes. After that, released as ANSI in the market here. ANSI in the market, right? Okay. So there are two types of compilers. Finally, here there are two types of compilers. There are two types of compilers. Finally, here there are two types of C compilers. There are two types of C compilers. First one, there are two types of C compilers. First one Turbo C. Turbo C. First one Turbo C. Second one ANSI. Second one ANSI C. First one Turbo C, next one ANSI C. Okay. There are two types of compilers. There are two types of C compilers. First one Turbo C, next one ANSI C. Turbo C and ANSI C. So what is Turbo C here? Turbo C, yes, it is a Turbo C. It's a DOS and Windows based compiler. Okay, there are operating systems, DOS based, Windows based. The operating systems. Turbo C compiler, it's a DOS and Windows based compilers. DOS and Windows based compilers. Okay, yes, Turbo C, it's a DOS and Windows based compilers here, right? Next, what is ANSI C here? ANSI C, yes, it's a Unix and Linux base. See, Unix base later changed to Linux base. Unix modified to Linux base. So ANSI C, yes, it's a Unix. Yes, it's a Unix and Linux based compiler. That's it. Okay, so Turbo C is a DOS and Windows based compiler. Yes, ANSI C, yes, it's a Unix or Linux based compiler. Yes, where Turbo is using, where ANSI C. Turbo C for what? Turbo C for learning purpose. For learning purpose, you can use Turbo C. For learning purpose, Turbo C can use for learning here. ANSI C for real-time application development. ANSI C, this is for real-time application development. Real-time application development. Turbo C for learning purpose. ANSI C for real-time application development. Okay, Turbo C just for learning. Okay, after learning C language, next you should move to ANSI C for real-time application development. Real-time applications means like device drivers. The C language is for the device drivers. Are networking applications, that kind of things. Device drivers, networking, that case we can go for C language. Okay, so for real-time applications, always we should use ANSI C, means Linux based C language. Okay, first starting with Turbo C, learning with Turbo C. See, this is Turbo C. S1 Turbo C, this is Turbo C. DOS box, right? And see Turbo C. This is Turbo C. Learning with this. There's some blue screen, right? Learning with this. Using this software, you can learn C language. After learning this here, next you should move to Linux based C language, ANSI C. So first Turbo C, using Turbo C, learning your C programming. After learning C program, once you're good at C programming, next you have to move to ANSI C, means Linux based. This is Linux based. Yes, sir. Linux also will discuss. On Linux also, how to develop C programming Linux based, that also I'll explain. Linux based also I'll explain. Yes, after finishing 80% of your syllabus, I'll take to Linux based also. After finishing 80% of your C language here, yes, I'll take to Linux based. On Linux based also, we'll see how to develop C programming on Linux based. On Linux also, we'll see. Okay, yes. Right. So there are two types of C compilers, Linux based. This is Linux based. Linux based. Something like that. Change of directory ls, gd some test.c. This is Linux based. Linux developing C program. This is. Yes, later we'll see. This is not right to discuss about this. Later we'll see about Linux. Okay. So finally here, yes, here one point is there. There are two types of C compilers. There are two types of compilers. First one, Turbo C, is a DOS, Windows OS based here, and this is a Linux based. So first, let us start with Turbo C. Turbo C. So first, let us start with Turbo C. So installing Turbo C. Yes, how to install C software? Yes, your C software. Yes, Turbo C software. C Turbo C setup Turbo C. This is Turbo C software. So the software I'll share you. 1 second for you guys. C language. See for you guys. Here the C language updated document. Recent 1st June updated. Next Turbo C software. These two things I'll share. Next list of programs. That also I'll share it here. These two things I'll share. I'll share your Gmail ID. Go to Google Drive. From where Google Drive you can download it. Yes, this thing I'll share. I'll share your Gmail ID. This thing I'll share to Gmail ID. Okay. Yes, today by 10 p.m. I will share it. Okay. These two things I'll share it. Yes, go to your Gmail, log into your Gmail, then go to Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. Okay, log into your Gmail, go to Google Drive. Here's a Google Drive. Here is Drive, Google Drive. Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. Yes, here you can see share with me. Yes, here you can see that software. Share with me. Click on share with me. You can see all that list of softwares. So list of things. Share. Click on share with me. Here you can see share with me. Click here, share with me. Go to Google Drive. Here they shared with me. Yes, here you can see these things here. You can see C language update document and Turbo C. Today by 10 p.m. you can see. I'll share your Gmail ID. Okay, I'll share your Gmail ID. Okay. Yes, I think already your Gmail ID given by online team. I'll share to that Gmail ID. You can download it. You can download it. Okay. Yes, after downloading. Yes, after downloading. Yes, the document you can use anywhere. You can place in your document, C document, your class document. So your class document. This is your class document. This document you can place anywhere. See the document. That is today topic history. Algal 60 CPL, BCPL, B language here. That is very clear explain here. That history, C language history. That steps. Turbo C and CC. Okay. Yes, Turbo C for Windows and DOS, ANSYS for Unix Linux based dependent, Turbo C for learning, ANSYS for real-time application development. Okay, same what we discussed. Okay, now first we'll start with Turbo C. Start with Turbo C. Now Turbo C, this is our software. Turbo C software. Place in the C drive. Turbo C place in the C drive. Okay, after placing the C drive, what is next step here? Yes, 1 second. So the existing setup from deleting here. Yes. So this is your Turbo C software. Place in the C drive. After placing C drive, right click, extract here. Yes, is zip file C drive. In C drive, it's a zip file. Turbo C software. This one, right? Right click, extract here, or extract to Turbo C setup. Anyone? No issue. Suppose extract this is. Yes, extracted. See this folder, right? Yes, right click here, extract to that folder name, setup Turbo, same name. extract to that folder. So extracted here. Yes, this folder, refresh, you can see. Turbo C setup folder, right? The setup folder, open that. Yes. Now this setup, this one. Setup, this is double click, and launch, double click. Now installing it, double click and installing. Yes, wait. Say yes, double click, say yes. Double click next, yes. Double click, yes. After click on next here. Click on next. Okay. Yes, click on next. Create a desktop icon. Click on next. Install. Next, install, finish. That is very simple. Simply hit double click. Yes, see this is open, right? Opening, this is. It's open. It's open, right? It's open simply. 1 second. I'm closing that is. Which repeating from that. See, just I'm repeating here. Simply here, just you double click on it. Just this one. See, simply here, Turbo C. So this is software. Download it, place in the C drive. Download it, place in the C drive. After placing the C drive, right click, yes, extract to that folder name. Extract the same name. Setup Turbo C7. Extract to the right. Extracting. So you can see folder here. This is a folder. Open that folder. In this folder, you can see setup application. Double click. After double click, say yes. Yes. Next. Install. Finish. Over. After that, you can see shortcut on desktop here. See, this is shortcut. This is shortcut. Turbo is shortcut. Here, this is shortcut. Turbo is shortcut, right? Turbo is shortcut. Double click and open. Double click and open. Double click, open. Yes, Turbo is opens. Okay. Double click, open here, right? Yes, here maximize screen. Here you can click here, you can like this, maximize right side top corner. Okay. Now here let us see all that menus here. This is a file menu, edit menu. Let's see file menu, edit menu, search menu. These menus here. Menus file, edit, search, run, compile, debug, project, options, window and help page. Some menus here. File menu, edit menu, search menu, run menu, compile menu, debug menu, project menu, options menu, window menu and help menu. Okay. In that menus here, first character some red color, right? F, file F, edit E, search S, run R, compile C, debug D, project P, options O, Windows W, help H. Okay. First try to observe first character F, E, S, that red color character, first character in menu, all the menus. Here file menu, edit menu, search menu, run menu, compile menu, debug menu, project menu, options menu, window menu and help menu, right? Menus. There are menus here. Okay. Now first character red color is a shortcut key. It is a shortcut. Yes, file menu F, Alt F. Hold on key, hold on Alt key, then F, Alt F. File menu opens. Alt E, edit menu. Alt S, search menu. Alt R for run menu. Alt C for compile menu. Alt D, debug menu. Alt P, projects. Alt O, options. Alt W, window. Alt H for help. Yes, these menus will discuss. These menus. See menus here for us. File menu. Yes, we'll discuss file menu. Next, edit menu not required. Leave it here. Search menu also not required. Next, alt or run menu required. Next, compile menu required. Next, debug menu. See here, we are going to discuss about file menu Next run menu, compile menu, debug menu. That's it. Others not necessary for us. Others not necessary. Okay. File menu, edit menu, run menu, compile menu, debug menu. These menus will be discussing. First starting with file menu. Alt F. First character F. Red color character F. Alt F. File menu opens. Alt F. Alt F. File menu opens. Alt F. File menu opens. Yes, Alt F file menu open, right? There are different options. New, open, save as, save all, change directory, print dot shell, fit like this. New, open, save as, save all, change directory, print dot shell, fit. The different options. Yes, say quit here, quit option. Enter key. Yes, closing that. Closing that ID. Quit option to close the ID. Quit option, closing ID. Okay, that closed. The Turbo C7, that closed, right? That ID means integrated development environment. That ID closed here. Turbo C7, Turbo C closed. Now again, double click launch it here. Double click launch it. Double click launching. Double click launching here. Yes, in this. Now here. So first Alt F file menu. File menu. So quit is to close that editor. Closing editor. Closed. Turbo C closed. Turbo C closed. That is for quit option. Next others. Yes, launch it. Launch it. Launch it. Yes, here. Now file in Alt F. Alt F. Alt F. Yes. New, open, save as, save all, change the all select quit. Hit over now new. Let us start with new. Select new. Yes, new selected. New. Here new name dot cpp new. Now let us start program. First program. Hello world. Just I want to display some hello world. How to write it here? See wide main starting ending. Yes, wide keyword. Next main function starting ending here. Main function starting ending. Okay. Yes, wide main starting ending here. Main function. Yes, in this. See here, hello world. To print output here, print f is a function. Open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. In this double quote, open the quote, double quote. Yes, in this HELLO, hello world, whatever you want. Yes, here slash and to take to next line. That output goes next new line output here. Printf hello world, right? Hello world. So this is simple program. Hello world. Printf is a function to display output on screen here. Printf is a function. It's a function. Printf. Printf is a function to display output on screen. Printf hello world. Next semicolon, right? That's it here. Every statement semicolon required. See wide main. Wide. Write the wide keyword. Write main function. Open bracket. Close bracket. Yes. Starting main function. Ending main function. Alt C compile. Now you have to compile it. Yes, after writing this program, next you should compile. How to compile? Compile menu. Here there is a compile menu, right? Here there is a compile menu. We should open compile menu. We should open compile menu. How to open compile menu? Opening compile menu. Alt C. Alt C compile menu opens. Alt C compile menu opens. Alt C compile menu opens. In compile menu, first option they say compile. Okay. Yes. First option they say compile. Make a link, build all these, right? Yes, there is a compile menu. Compile menu, right? Here there is a compile menu. Compile menu, first option compile. First option compile, right? Now enter key. Yes, compile error message. Here is error message, right? Errors. Press any key. Here displaying the press any key, right? Press any key. So what is error? See this here, the bottom error. Function printf should have the prototype. Printf should have the prototype. So why this error message? See printf. Yes, it's a function from stdio data set file. Printf is a function from stdio data set header file. So that header file you should include. Hash includes yes stdio data. We should include it here. Hash include stdio data set header file. Hash include stdio data set header file. That header file included. Now Alt C compile it. Alt C. Yes, hold on Alt tick then C compile option. That compile first one, right? First one compile see down arrow key. Yes, other options down arrow key, up arrow key, move like this. Menu move like this. First option compile. Escape key remote. Alt C for compile. Alt C for compile. First option compile. Enter key, right? Compile second. One second. Yeah. Yes. Now it's okay, right? Yes, just one little bit loss of network. Now it's okay. Connection re-established. Can you hear me now? Now it's okay, right? Yes, that's desktop now. I'm on desktop here. Yes, not turbo is open. This is okay. Now maximizing screen. See, this is a small screen maximizing. Alt enter key screen will maximize. Yes, minimize screen. Alt enter key again minimizing screen. Like this, you can minimize and maximize. Minimizing and maximizing. Yes, turbo screen. Alt enter key maximizing. Again Alt enter key. Hold on Alt key enter key. Alt enter key. Minimize the screen like this. Minimizing, maximizing screen like this. If you want to minimize, maximize. Okay, Alt enter key. No, this maximizing I want. Okay, Alt enter key. Maximized. Maximized. Okay. Now hello world. Yes, first of all you have to compile Alt C. C for compile. Alt C. That compile menu opens. Enter key. Success, right? Press any key. Press any key. Yes, enter key pressed. Now to run it here, Alt R. Alt R. Alt R, right? Now running program. Yes, program executed. Yes, how to see the output? Yes, how to see the output here? For this, use Alt F5. Alt F5 that will take to screen. See that hello world, hello. 3 times executed, 3 times output, right? Alt F5. To see the output, Alt F5. Yes, otherwise, this is the alternative way. Yes, instead of using Alt F5, just use getch. To see the output, just use getch function. At the end, place one getch. Now compile Alt C compiles error message getch. Now getch should have the prototype. See that error message at the bottom. Getch should have the prototype. No, like printf getch. Getch is a function from convert data header file. For getch we should include one more header file. Getch include one more header file. Hash includes convert data header file. Just one means console input outputs. Input. IO means input output. So what is console here? Console means here screen is a console. It's a screen. This is called console. The black screen is a console screen. Your screen is a console. Yes. Now see is Alt C. Compile. Enter key. Alt R. Run it. See that. Hello world like this. Hello world like this. Alt C compile. Yes. Alt R run it. Hello world getting like this. That's it. Okay. See Alt C. Yes. Success. Alt R. Yes. Automatically displaying on screen. Because of that get ch. Because of get ch, we are able to see the output, right? Because of get ch. So get ch will take to console. We can see the output here. Get ch is to see the output here. Suppose let us make it comments. No get ch. Yes. No get ch means we can't see output, right? Directly can't see here. Now get ch placed. Alt C compile. Alt R run it here. Now you can see output on screen. Hello world output. Next one more here. I don't want program outputs. CLR SCR. CLR SCR. Clear the screen. Yes, previous output will clear. CLR SCR to clear the screen. CLR SCR to clear the screen. Yes, screen clears and output displayed. Hello world. That's it. Hello world. Clearing screen here. Previous outputs. Alt C. Success. Alt R run it. Hello world. Right. 1 second. Let us make it commented. If commented here, that won't work. It's a commented. It's a comment. No CLR SCR will not work. Means it won't clear the screen. It won't clear screen. No compile. Yes, run it. Hello world. Right? No, run it again here. Hello world. Alt R. Hello world. Right? Okay. Alt R. Run new open set. Enter key pressed. Hello world. Again enter key back to program. Enter key back to program. Alt R. Run it. Alt R run menu open. Enter key. Press enter key. Hello world. Even previous program output hours, previous run output hours we are able to see. Enter key back to program. Again Alt R. Alt R means run. Alt R run. Enter key. Now enter key. Press enter key. Now that run option selected, right? Run selected. Enter key. Yes. Hello world. Now again enter key. Again enter key back to program. Back to program, right? Back to program. Back to program, right? No. Alt C compile. Yes. Enter key. Alt R run. Yes. Hello world. Again enter key back to program. Alt C compile. Compile menu. Enter key success. Success. Program success. See at the bottom success message. Success message. Press any key. Any key, right? Any key. Enter key pressed. No. Alt R running program. Yes. Hello world. So previous program output also displayed. Now I want to clear the previous program output. Previous run. CLR here. Yes. Alt C compile. Yes. Success. Alt R run. That's it. Hello world getting. Okay. Suppose I want to add one more statement. Printf /n. Yes. Welcome to yes C world. Welcome to C world. Welcome to C world. Alt C compile. Success. Alt R run it here. Yes. Hello world. Welcome to C world. Right. Okay. See compile. Success. Alt R run it. Hello world. Welcome to C world. Okay. Now here CLR here. So remove CLR here. Comment it. Compile. Alt C compile. Success run it. Alt R run it. Yes. The previous output also displayed, right? Enter key back to program. See Alt R. Hold on Alt R. Run it here. Yes, the previous program output also Alt R. Hold on Alt then R. Alt key then R. Running. Yes. Okay. Now CLR is here, that will clear the screen. Alt C, success, Alt R, run it here. Okay. Now same program. Let me show step by step how it's working here. Okay. Wide keywords. Purpose of wide keywords. Wide keyword purpose is no written value. Main function won't return any value. No written value from the main. That's the reason wide here. Yes, about wide later we'll discuss. Okay, later in functions I'll explain. In functions topic I'll explain it. Wide keyword later I'll explain. This is not right time to discuss. Yes, just use wide. Exactly what is wide we'll see next. See here now line by line. I'm executing same program line by line here. Line by line. Yes, F7 for tracing. F7 key. See started main function right. F7. CLR screen cleared. Now printf hello world executing F7. Now getch executing right. Once getch executed, that will take to screen. Getch will take to screen. See that hello world, welcome to C world right. That's it. Press enter key back to program. Yes, F7 completed. Again F7 starting with main. F7 for trace. F7 wide main starting with main here. F7 is F7 CLR here screen clear. Hello world, welcome to C world. Now get ch. Now get ch will take to screen. Get ch purpose of get ch is to take to screen. Purpose of get ch will take to screen. Take into screen right. You can see that hello world, welcome to C world. Enter key back to program F7. Okay. Yes, again CLR here clearing screen. Hello world, welcome to C world. Get ch. F7 line by line wide main. F7 wide main. CLR here clear screen. Hello world. So that hello world printf. Next printf get ch taken to screen. Yes, that's F7. See that get ch. Okay, enter key back to program. Yes, F7 complete like this. So using F7, you can see output line by line here. F7. Yes, again F7. CLR here executed clearing screen. Yes, hello world printf. Welcome to C world printf. Yes, get ch. Now get ch taken to screen. F7. I'm executing F7. Get ch taken to screen, right? Taken to screen. Enter key, press enter key back to program. F7 completed. That's it here. Okay. Yes, going forward, we'll discuss more and more. Yes, you guys don't worry. That F7 tracing, line by line tracing. I think you understand, right? This is first program. Simple program. So these are the steps. I think clear, right? Yes, Turbo C installing. Okay, Turbo C. The Turbo C placing the C drive. Placing the C drive here. Placing the C drive in C drive. Just to place in C drive. Right click, extract to that folder. Set up Turbo C7 folder. Extract here, right? See. Yes, all it's here. Yes to all. Overwriting. No Turbo C folder. This folder, right? Open that folder. Here you can set up folder. Double click. Next. Double click now. Yes. After yes here. Next. Install option. Install. Yes, installing. After installing. Next. See here. Okay, already setup is done. That's the reason failed here. Yes, ignore. Yes. Right. Yes. Now desktop. Go desktop. Double click start here. Double click start. Yes. Now here Alt F file menu. New. Open new. Here you can write program. Alt F. Yes. Go to bottom quit. Closing that. That's it. So this is just writing hello world program, first program. Okay. Yes, tomorrow how to use variables we'll discuss. Starting variables tomorrow. Tomorrow about variables we'll discuss. You guys, anyone facing issue, just you can ping me. I'll help you. That setup and all this. Okay, setup and all this, I'll help you. Okay. Yes, but don't avoid practice here. Try to practice every day. Yes, any issue facing here, just ping me. WhatsApp. WhatsApp is there. Ping me in WhatsApp. Okay. Yes, ping me in WhatsApp. I'll help you. I'll help you in setup and everything. Okay, I'll help you. Just ping me. I'll connect your computer. That facility is available in my system. I will connect your computer. Yes, I'll set up. I'll help you, right? But don't avoid practice here. Okay. Yeah, that's all. Tomorrow we'll continue for the next step, next program, like variables. How to use variables. Next topic will continue tomorrow. Yeah, that's all. Yes, software document today I'll share it. Software and documentation. I have received emails from the online team. Yes, I have received already emails from online team. I'll share the software documentation. Okay, right? Yeah, that's all. Right? Yes, we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you.